Yo. Welcome to the 317 Sports Project with Penn and Pops. I am Penn.
I am Pops.
You knew that was coming, huh?
I knew it was coming.
I could not
at this point, it's like,
what else are you going to do besides that? What up, niggas?
Yeah.
Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show, episode 74. And tonight we're doing it a little bit different. We are taking a mental health, a deep dive into mental health in sports and just in general, for sure.
Yeah.
Season 5. Yeah, man.
From Hispanic country. General, is that what they do? Hispanic? It's not it?
Huh?
Is that not it?
Not it?
General? Don't they not pronounce G's? Or is that,
I got you. That's
or is
what
it J's?
No, you're right.
G's, right?
It's G's.
General.
It's like,
I think that's how you do it.
Giraffe as opposed to
Yeah. I went to see the giraffes at the zoo.
Welcome to the show, episode 74. And tonight we are taking a deep dive into mental health in sports and in general.
Yeah.
It is November 13th. This means this show will drop on Saturday the 15th. YouTube, Buzzsprout, Spotify, Apple, and everywhere else that you podcast.
Google Maps.
For sure. Google Maps. CNN, CNN.com.
Yeah, whatever.
Wherever.
We'll figure it out.
Mike checks, my dog. Pops, what's happening, man?
A lot of things. Mental health is still decent. Like, I'm still in a pretty good place. I'll get into my panic attack that I had on Sunday. That was fun. Yeah.
Getting that text was not fun.
Yeah, right? I know. That is fine. Work is actually really, really good. I'm going to finish in the top 10 out of 200 bankers in the second half.
Hit that clap. Nigga, don't hit.
C for clap.
You should hit that a little bit longer.
Yeah, my bad.
That's good. That's enough.
That's good. That was a lot.
That's enough.
That was too long.
That's enough clapping.
It's real loud too.
It's very loud.
Yeah. I have to figure that out.
Anyway, congratulations.
Yeah, that's great. I'm the lowest weight that I've been in a long time. I'm in the 240s for the first time in a long time, which is great.
How long is a long time?
Wedding.
That's a long time.
Wedding, 7 years.
And what are you doing to get there?
I'm on mental health medication called Wellbutrin. And it helps me have brain clarity and want to get better.
Say less, my dog.
That is really the difference.
That's it?
That's really the difference. I actually want to move around and go do stuff.
My dog.
And it's somewhat an appetite suppressant.
There you go.
Which is also nice.
Let's go ahead.
Yeah. That helps.
Let's go ahead and get
I'm not as hungry. Which is great.
For sure. So when I move, I can actually lose weight as opposed to not burning.
I'm not overeating. That was my issue.
That's fire.
Yes.
That's fire. I'm not good, bro.
Yeah.
I'm not good. Yesterday, Brittany actually had to come home from work because before she left from work, I had a pretty bad breakdown because I'm just always by myself.
Yeah, I get that.
If I'm not training a client, then I'm pretty much by myself.
Yep.
And sometimes, every few months, those walls start to close in no matter how big the house is or no matter how good life is. It's very lonely when you're alone all the time.
Absolutely.
So with that and some other stuff in life going on, just life is lifing. And yesterday, before wifey went to work, I called her on the way home from training a client and was like, I just don't feel like being alone today. I'm mad sad and I'm always by myself. So she left for work because I was crying when she left. And about an hour later, there was a knock on the door, and I was like, who in the field Flandering fuck is at the house right now? I don't feel like seeing no damn body. And it was Britt at her own house, knocking on the front door. And she had flowers.
Oh, good. Okay.
And she had a card, and she had peanut M&Ms, and she had kettle chips, and she was crying, and she said, I do not want you to be alone. So I'm called off and took a personal day.
Love that.
And she stayed home with me all day long.
That's the best.
It was unbelievable.
That's the best.
It was literally unbelievable.
Yeah,
and sometimes that's literally all you need.
That's all you need. Yeah, I don't necessarily always have to go into a deep dive of what's happening, but just having somebody there is nice, and we can talk about it. But if we can just watch a TV movie, as they call them in the olden days, eat some peanut M&Ms, and I can flip my feet excited because I'm with my person and I'm 3 and just turn on something or just cuddle or cry, whatever that is.
Cuddle and cry.
Cuddle and cry. All of it. You can do it all. It's great. Yeah, I love that. It reminds me, I will never forget when I was so excited when COVID hit. That sounds weird, but when I'm so excited when COVID
Everybody's
hit,
dying.
that think that when I got sent home for 3 months because I was on the high risk list, right? And I thought that was going to be the best thing for me. But then being home for 3 months by myself was like, oh shit, I'm not. Like, this is not what I need at all. I got to go back to work. Like I can't do this. And
it's not funny.
No, it's
really
not. Like
real.
I was like, I
wasn't ready.
I didn't even know that was going to be an issue. And I'm like, I don't know that I can play any more Xbox. I need to have human interaction.
No
like
doubt.
I didn't realize that would be an issue for me until it was. And I was like, from March till June, I was
in it, dog.
I was just in it. Just like trying to figure stuff out. And
No
I was
doubt.
Like, you know what? I don't care about my high risk. I got to go back into work.
I need to see people. High five. Like shit.
Something.
Straight up.
Yeah.
So, with that said, we're going to just take a deep dive into mental health in sports in general. We actually have a special guest we're going to bring on the show in a little bit, and I can't wait to get their perspective on mental health and all of that. So just like strap in. This is not your typical 317 Sports Project episode. There'll be no around the world. We're going to switch it up. And interestingly enough, we were just talking last week or a couple of weeks ago on like, how can we make this show different? What do we do? Boom, boom, boom. And just stuff it just pops up. The answers always find themselves.
Yeah, I think you go with topics and you go like, what's going on? And those topics can be sports. Those topics can be news. And I think you can interlace both of them and you just have more an organic conversation type show. And, a season 5, I think you got to grow and change and make it more so I think everybody can watch something like this.
I know that's right, bro.
Right?
I know that's right, bro. You want to do Show Me Some Mary? We already know what it's about. Or was that Show Me Some Mary?
You kind of just went into it. I mean, that's literally you said what I wrote without reading it. Like,
I didn't even know. I didn't even know.
Yeah, it was perfect.
The good, the bad, and the ugly. The good. I got to say that these episodes give me and my brother a chance to like hang out again. And that means the absolute world to me. I may not always feel like getting up and being in front of this screen, quite truthfully. Before we turn this camera on, we have this, not often, but every now and then we'll be like, I don't even feel like getting in front of this damn camera. And then you turn it on and everything is good. But the fact that I get to like hang out with my dog every couple of weeks, I actually miss that, if I can be honest with you.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. It's interesting because I've had multiple times of those as, like I loved having a little bit of a break, but this part is the nicest part of it. I think we have that every episode where it's like, yeah, I can figure it out by the time we hit record, and it's not even about what we're talking about. It's just how we interact with each other and how much we make each other laugh that then makes it fun. It's like, okay, that was actually pretty fucking fun. How was this?
I had that in me.
Yeah, like that was actually pretty fucking fun.
I had that in me. So kudos to you. I love you. Thank you for being you. The bad. Man, ESPN on the outs. This like... I don't even enjoy YouTube TV right now. I saw like
there's no point.
I don't know if you know that the card is like not active. Or
I haven't even done anything, which is why I'm like I don't even care. Well, I had fraud on my account, so like I'm in that mode where like you had so many subscription things, and it's like I'm gonna let them expire, and then I'll like, do I want to renew it or not?
Sure.
Until this gets figured out, I'll let them slowly take away things.
They're taking away things. They're taking away things on YouTube TV by this day. It's hilarious, dog. Fuck it.
Yeah, I keep saying payment failed. I'm like, cool.
Haven't even tried.
I haven't said nothing to you. I know he sees it, but like
I'm over here watching Home Shopping Network now because I ain't got nothing else to watch on freaking YouTube TV.
No, you put it perfectly here. It's that you have egotistical people trying to.
I didn't write egotistical.
I know I put that in there.
Okay,
but like, you have just rich people going after like trying to make contracts work. And not forgetting about like, hey, but you have like, we just want to watch ESPN.
We just want to watch College Game Day.
Like that's literally all that we want.
That's literally like
that's it. That's it. Or now I'm like, okay, do I do the Disney upgrade? Because I have Disney Plus. But it's the same price as what I already pay to have the upgraded ESPN.
Oh, maybe.
Right? Maybe. So it's like then I just log in through Disney and I watch all of the ESPN and it's the exact same cost that I'm paying now.
Maybe. Yeah. That could be a thing.
Or
they could just fucking fix it.
Or just fix it. We're in a month in. Now again, they're discounting. They're giving me $20 a month because they don't have ESPN in it right now. That's what YouTube TV is to alleviate that. I don't care about that. my routine is off. I listen to Sports Center while I'm in the shower.
No doubt.
And on the way to work. Like this is just my routine is not there. And I'm like, every morning I still click on it.
I do too.
Like something's going to change.
I do too.
And I'm like, maybe it's this morning.
It's not.
Maybe she'll come back.
She won't.
She'll come back to me.
She won't.
Yeah, it's horrible. It's a dumb situation.
Yeah, I agree. The ugly. Everybody cheating, and it's a gamble. See what I did there?
That's nice. That was really nice.
That's not bad, right?
Yeah.
I'm working on them.
Yeah.
So players, NBA got scandals, MLB got scandals, NCAA got scandals, players, coaches, referees, fools out here gambling, getting all caught up. Guardians pitchers, Emmanuel Clace and Luis Ortiz are under investigation for sports betting and rigged pitching. Like, first of all, like,
did you see those pitches?
First of all, like, no, but did you see what I put in here? That's interestingly enough. Like, what the fuck is going on? And I had not seen that. But, like, how bad do you have to be pitching for the eye in the sky to be like, yo, these niggas cheating?
I want you to know how egregious it was, where, like, it caused, like, it was not even near the people that stand at the plate. And that's including umpire, catcher, and batter. Like, it was all the way to the left. Pitcher had to go dive for it so it wouldn't be a lost ball. Like, it was the most egregious. You did that on purpose. Like, it was really bad.
Okay, so
it was Terry Rozier taking himself out 9 minutes in the game when he had people betting on the under.
Wow,
it was that.
Jesus, Lord have mercy.
Yeah.
And as we know, the NCAA has been scandalous forever. It's the most corrupt athletic sports organization in the history of organizations. Pick a sport, pick a time period. Cat's been cheating. My question for you is, has the NIL caused more or less quote-unquote cheating, in your opinion?
I think it's caused different types of cheating.
Ooh.
I think that there's always been cheating.
Nick, that's what I'm saying. Like, since the beginning of beginning. They were slipping them envelopes.
Now there's just more money, I guess. Or I guess it's coming from a different source. You know, because then, like, take NCAA, it was always boosters, right? You had the rich people that graduated from those colleges giving them money to get players and all of that stuff. Now you have networks, TV giving them an unlimited amount of money, and it's just coming from a bigger conglomerate. Like, it's the same at a larger scale, I guess.
Same shit, different toilet.
Yeah.
Same shit, different toilet. I do not disagree. And new quick little segment I want to call This Just In. For those who don't,
we need like a sound for this just in,
right?
That's I don't know if that's
isn't that a good one?
Yeah.
This just in, damn it! And then you make that announcement, then you can't find this just in because your stuff is not working right. Long story short, 14. There we go. 14 charges for betting involving athletes, college athletes. I just felt like Donald Trump right there. That was horrible. Involving athletes, all the athletes. So according to authorities, Joseph Littlejohn Perna, a member of the Lucchese, I knew you were going to laugh. I knew you were going to laugh when I read that. I knew you were going to. I swear to God.
I can't stand when people have names
I swear.
Like that.
Little Joe. A member of the Lucchese crime family and his associates is basically his brothers. I'm not even kidding. His brothers, his cousins, his stepbrothers, all of them facilitated a $2 million bet scheme between 2022 and 2024. College athletes are all about to get in a bunch of trouble. And there's just another offense. 14 grown-ass adults. This guy's 55, and basically all of his family was running a sports betting ring. Sports betting ring, and a bunch of college athletes are involved in it.
Yeah, again, yeah. And it's going to be the same investigation, right? Like, I think we're going to see this as just a division of what we saw happening in the NBA.
Oh, you think it's all the same umbrella?
I really do think we're just going to hear like, hey, we just found another branch, and it's now that we dug here, we found something else. Like, this is just going to be a conglomerate.
Nice word.
I just want to keep using it today at this point. So
55-year-old Perna, and then you had his sub-agents, included his brother, his stepbrother, his cousins, according to authorities. So it was just all the family. Just a bunch of family members just out there just committing crimes.
Yeah. This goes so deep.
It's about to be heavy.
Like,
it's about to be so heavy.
The more we dig into this it will eventually go
Oh, I'm scared.
Epstein list type shit
no.
where
no.
I mean, because again, it's another avenue for people to get rich and make connections. When you deal with the mafia,
Jesus, Pops.
you deal with people that
I don't even like talking about this on the show.
I know, right? When you deal with the mafia, you deal with corrupt people of high power that allow things to happen so then they get benefited. That's literally what this starts to be. How many shows have we seen where this happens from true life? You have people that were in the mafia being on these shows, consulting, going like, yeah, this is what it was like back in the day. Like, this is right, Sopranos. This is kind of what it was, Tony. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, that you will, you're going to keep digging and go, oh, it wasn't just players. Now it's owners. Now it's their friends. Oh, they're all going to, did they know they were on the list too? Like, we're going to start seeing
the Diddy
this.
parties? It's the Diddy house parties?
Absolutely.
It's the Diddy house parties?
Absolutely, yeah.
It's the freak-offs of sports betting
like
going on?
you know how many people were at these things? If you can't say there was somebody that was affiliated with the mafia at this, like, come on now.
Damn.
They probably put fingers in buttholes too.
The freak-offs of sports betting. Crazy.
Yeah.
On that note, we're going to take a quick break. 317 Sports Project. We'll be back in a quick sec, y'all.
It was all a dream. 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 We're brothers, we're happy and we're singing and we're colored. Give me a high five.
Welcome back to the 317 Sports Project presented by Pinnacle Professional Coaching. I don't know what we do. Are you feeling stuck? Are you at a fork in the road and you just can't pick a direction? Reach out to Pinnacle Pro Coaching. We specialize in transitions, mindfulness, and self-love. Schedule a 45-minute consultation and start to unlock your full potential today. I was looking at the Clean Kicks one. I was like, that's
I know
not
you
my
were.
stuff.
That's why I was scrolling. I could tell you. It's like you were not in the right place. You about to fuck this all up, cuz you were about to fuck this all up.
We be cleaning kicks.
No doubt. So instead of kicking off around the world, we're going to kick off our next segment entitled Mental Health. Mm-hmm. Let's just get into it, bro. Why is this so important to us?
For me, I struggle pretty heartily with my mental health. It's gotten interesting. I had my early 20s was my first experience with my mental health struggles. That was so many different things that started causing that. I didn't really have a touch of it until recently. I guess within the last couple of years is where I started. Well, I had COVID. I mean, that was really where it started going again, where I started noticing like some just different feelings. And it became, I'll go to this year, right? This year's been so topsy-turvy. I was at the darkest moment that I've ever done. I've talked about it on the show. If anyone follows me on social media, you saw my post on getting better and being on medication. But I was in such a weird mental state, a really low spot in the beginning of the year, where I was having weird thoughts. And I'll use an example. I was talking to my sister at work, Priscilla, and I can look back in kind of like a what the hell was I thinking type of moment where I told her recently, and I go, did I ever tell you what happened in one of my one-on-ones at work with my manager? And I remember having a breakdown with my manager and work going, nobody on the team likes me anymore. Priscilla hates me, like all of these like random thoughts that were absolutely not true. Now, she got more focused at work and wanted to start being more successful. So she didn't like sidebar with me as much. And that's what my brain turned it into. And she was like, are you fucking serious? Like how, like we're like in this together. Like, of course. I was like, trust me, you don't have to tell me. Like, I see now how crazy that the weirdness, like irrational thoughts.
Not crazy, just irrational.
But my brain chemistry was off and telling me something way too over exaggerated, but it was in such a bad spot. Now, I'm in constant therapy. I'm in that monthly. I was doing weekly at that moment. I have my medication specialist, Dr. Bauza, shout out, thank you. She got me on Wellbutrin, and I feel a lot better. Now, that's helped with my depression. What I've also realized is that I probably need a little bit of something for my anxiety, which those don't treat the same things. I had a recent panic attack when I was at Costco on Sunday. It was the scariest thing I think I've ever been a part of. Like, I've never had a panic attack. I've never had an anxiety attack before. I've been like, I got to get out of this spot because I can see it's overwhelming. I've never been in the middle of it where I didn't know what to do. And, sorry. It was so busy. I don't know why we chose to go to Costco at noon on a Sunday. If you don't like being around people, I'm going to be honest with you, don't do that. If you're not good at being around a lot of people. It's a weird thought process now that I can like talk about it. And I had my therapy session after the fact and talked through it. But I am overly compassionate and attentive to those around me. I'm overly aware of things. So I am the one that is always like, no, you go ahead. Like, I'm that guy, right? I make room for others in my life, if you want to use that as a metaphor. And so physically I do that as well. When I can look down in all of my directions to my left, my right, my forward, my back, and I don't see an exit. That was what it was like. I saw 8 carts this way and they're in the middle and talking, and I saw 10 carts this way and the aisles are short, and it was just so many people and I kept having to move out of the way. And I love my wife, her and her nanny daughter, as I call her. We're just kind of walking and talking and having a good time and walking towards the fruit area. And I just text her and said, I'm having a panic attack. I'm walking. And that's all that I text her. And she found me. I was literally in the middle of an aisle, like doing this and bawling. And I left and I got in the car. And what was so weird is I've never been able to not calm myself. And that was like, I've never experienced not being able to like, all right, we're finally out of there. Like, we're good. Let me turn off. Like, I could not calm down. And I didn't calm down until the evening. And even the next morning, I still had some like residue of the anxiety that was still there, where even like at work, I was still off. Like, I was better, but I was definitely still not back to myself. I didn't feel great until I was off on Tuesday. And like, I was when I was back to normal, but like, then I had therapy Tuesday and that really, really helped. Thank God I had that already scheduled. But never experienced that. Like, and obviously now I know like that's not a store for me, first and foremost, at least that busy. But if that's going to continue, now is kind of a red flag of me going, okay, I need to pay attention to that and see, is this going to be a continuous thing? Because I like being around people, but at the same time, I get anxiety with too many people. So I got to figure out that correlation, and if that means that I also need to be on like a Zoloft for my anxiety, which can go with Wellbutrin, and that could help me in a lot of aspects of my life because I get anxious a lot more than I used to. But you know, luckily I have a team around me that we're all on board to helping me and all of that stuff. And before I didn't do that stuff, so I feel good about working with my mental health. So long story short, as a sufferer of mental health disorders, whatever this is, it's very, very important to me. And I think that I think any of us that struggle with it are helpers and advocates for others that struggle with it, because we want others not to feel the way that we feel, right? I think that's the biggest part of it for me, is like, I coach in it because I want to try to help them not go through what I've gone through, or at least know that others are going through it and they're not alone, which is the biggest part of any mental health, is you feel like you're the one doing it and that's it.
Fair.
Yeah.
I don't know where I am on my personal mental health, but I know that I battle with things. I just know that there are people around me who battle with things, I would say, either worse or more. So I don't really allow myself to feel my things. But like I said a couple of weeks ago in our episode, that I'm in this state where I'm actually allowing myself to process and feel. And I don't know, man. There's just a lot of emotions going on. Conversations between my ears aren't always the best as of late. A lot of self-doubt, not a lot of motivation, which is very interesting when you're like a very self-motivated person, and for some reason you just can't turn it on. Like, it's gorgeous outside, you feel like you want to go for a 5-mile run, you can't even put your shoes on.
Yeah,
I'm being dead serious.
No,
I'm being dead serious. Like, I can't even put my shoes on. Like, what the fuck is going on to where you literally can't even put your shoes on to go for the run? That's very new for me. So just allowing myself to feel that and figure out what that means. I think that there's still like mad deaths that I haven't allowed myself to mourn from, if I can be all the way honest with you. Like, you know, I had Sponto Lives on earlier today, so I wanted to feel connected to him, so I rocked him all day today. But just like, I don't know, I miss my daughters, you know what I'm saying? And live far as shit. Sure. I haven't seen my kids, and unless like I'm going to help them move and come back, you know what I mean? I haven't really seen my children in a long time. So just like a lot of connections that I miss with real people. So, you know, just battling, man, just battling.
And I'll say this to you and to anybody. I don't think that there is a grade or degree of like someone struggling that doesn't, there's like, all of it is value. And if you're struggling, and it doesn't matter to what extent. And I think that's the one thing that we can all relate to. So for us, the three of us and anybody else, I think out there, it's like, if you're sad or upset, don't hesitate to say it out loud to anybody. And even if it's your partner here, like that's incredible, because that was the one thing I always did. I felt the exact same way, where I'm a caretaker in my life. I am the one that, to me, in my head, I was supposed to be the one that has their shit together, because that's what everybody has seen, or that's what they see in front of me, but not behind closed doors. So I would always kind of say the same thing and go like, there's probably others that are struggling more. And it's like, the more I did that, the more it kept building, and it became bigger than probably what it would have been if I would have done more to help it before. So I'll say again, like, if you got little stuff, I love, like, great. Never feel like you can't reach out to me because you feel like your stuff is bigger, period. Right?
That's fair.
Okay.
That's fair.
But yeah, it's there's a lot of it going on. You know, there's so many, as I've opened up more with my stuff, I hear people at work that are opening up to me because I've seen my post. And I've heard so many more stories of people that, as we kind of talk about the smiling depression, as they call it, and that are struggling. And I hear now more stories of people that are like, you know, I never told you, but I'm going through this and going through this. And I know Brittany, my sister over here, is going to talk about it as we get into showing joy and feeling joyless, and love to get your perspective on some things.
Come here, cutie.
Oh, sure.
Come on in. Come say hi to the people. We'll make sure we clap it up for you. Brittany Dawn. Dirty Dawn this week.
We're going in the middle?
Yeah, you gotta go in the middle. You're the cutest.
Straddle them chords, girl.
Promise?
Yeah.
Not a good straddle.
What up, boo?
Hi,
You gotta probably get in the microphone a little bit more. But welcome to the show.
What up?
You pop in and out every once in a while. Good to have you on.
Brittany.
That's
her.
That's his
me.
That's his
That's
favorite.
me.
That's his favorite. That's my girl, but that's his girl for real. So go, what you want to do, Pops? What you want to do, sis? What you want to talk about? Like,
I'd say this. Tell me about your journey with mental health.
Oh my Jeebus.
You can,
well,
whatever you want to share as far as abbreviated or not abbreviated.
Yeah,
it
so
doesn't matter.
I am diagnosed severe depression, severe anxiety, and SAD. So that is something that I love. I'm very okay with that.
Yeah.
That's something that I don't think people should be ashamed about. So I love that that's part of my story. But I've been dealing with it, oh my gosh, probably my whole life, honestly. Never realized it until I was older. But definitely, it gets pretty bad. And I deal with it daily. It's not like it ever goes away, like ever. It's one of those things where you just get used to it. And it's like a chronic pain. Like you just pivot. You just figure out how to either avoid stuff or
Avoid
Smile.
triggers.
Smiling is my remedy, which is that.
Smiling depression, showing
that
joy
is-
and feeling joyless.
Yeah, that's probably my approach. I am not a sit on the couch, be sad, eat my feelings kind of depression. I'm a go out there and distract myself with something else.
Absolutely,
Depression. But yeah, like it gets kind of interesting to say the least.
Yeah, I have a when I talk about nanny family, one of the kids is struggling. This is their first time dealing with mental health issues, and at 13 years old, it's like, what is this, right? Is this what it's going to be like the rest of my life? And so that I've been kind of called upon as a person to kind of talk about my mental health with them, because not only they're struggling, but they saw somebody in their school districts recently commit suicide at the same age. And like, so everyone's rallying, right? So it's a very scary thing. And I have had some interesting conversations with him as I talk about how I handled. I was like, I can't say we're going to have the same journey through it, right? That's very impossible. You handle things different than I do. But I will say this, if you have the right help, you learn how to manage more so through it instead of just
Powering through it.
Yes.
powering through it, right? It doesn't, like, as you said, go away. You're going to have better days, you're going to have worse days, and you learn tools to get through that moment a little easier. And there's going to be also some days where it's like it tackles you, and that is also okay, and that's kind of part of mindfulness, right? And all of those feelings are very valid.
Yep.
And you're allowed to feel all of those things, and that's okay. But that, so I mean, you've been 30-ish years, right, of battling. I love that you say, like, that's one of my, like, I say the same thing. I actually love my mental health journey now. Now, as I keep learning how to be better at it,
It becomes easier.
Right?
It becomes easier.
Yeah.
Like I think like you mentioned, like mindfulness, I think the goal, in my opinion, is not to rid of it, because you can't. You literally can't. There's too much external, internal, everything that you can't get rid of it. The goal is to basically know yourself.
Yeah.
And what kind do you have? What triggers it? What remedies it? Or not remedy it, I guess, but like helps get you through it. How do you respond to it? Because every action has a reaction, right? So like for myself, I'm not on meds on purpose. Like I was on meds, I was on Lexapro, I was on Zoloft, and I don't like the way I feel on it.
Get it off.
It became worse. And then I've been off meds for 2 years. But that comes with responsibility and effects of deeper depressions and higher anxieties and being diagnosed with SAD. Like, I'm not going to lie. The fact that it is 8:20 and it is pitch black out fucks with me so hard where like, I'm like, okay, I can't change this, but what can I do? What's my response to this? And like, that has helped of like truly just tapping into who I am and the kind that I have and what around me to help me, my resources. Because we don't have lack of resources. We have lack of resourcefulness. Yeah. It's figuring out what we can do and use: reading, journaling, red light therapy, meds, therapy, art, like whatever it is, yoga, whatever it is. But it's also going back to knowing yourself. Like, I'm working on something that's called parts work, and it's basically internal family systems where you can be the happiest person ever, but also the most depressed person ever, and that's literally me, and it's the weirdest feeling to be like, man, I'm like really sad right now, but like I'm also like kind of content with life right now. Like, what the fuck is happening?
At
the same time. And I think what it is we are constantly fighting. Like, if we just stopped fighting ourselves, then like our depression, anxiety, and all that shit, like you kind of welcome it as part of the family, because you can't get rid of them. It's like the cousin, and you're like, motherfucker, he's here, but might as well open him with welcome him with open arms and figure out what dinner we can make together that we both can agree on, and that's just kind of what it is.
Yeah, we had an awesome discussion. We went into like religion and energies and stuff right before that one. And I kind of think of the same thing. All things are completely necessary when we go energies, positive, negative, balance. Life is a balance. There's a yin and yang that's important in all of us, where when you fight it, and whatever side of that is, if I'm sad and I'm fighting it to be happy, or the opposite, that you're going to be off balance. And I think that light is necessary for the dark, dark is necessary for the light. And I think that becomes a lot of people's cloudiness around these topics and how to handle things, because I think everyone feels that like, I'm not allowed to feel this way because I'm not supposed to.
Right.
I shouldn't feel sad. There's nothing in my life that I should be sad about.
I need to be fixed.
I need to be fixed. And I think that's then you give yourself the anxiety.
Yeah, I was going to say, it gives you anxiety.
It gives you the
then
anxiety.
you're like, mother, I'm sad and I
Yeah.
want to fix this, and now I'm anxiety because I can't fix it, and now I'm sad. I'm like, what the fuck do I do?
Yeah.
And I think like when you just accept it, like, again, you don't have, like, accepting it and being okay with it are two different things. Accepting it is allowing it to be part of your life. Being okay with it is being, like, not doing anything, just letting it be there. Like, the crazy thing on the shelf, like, you can't get rid of. But, like, really going back and just being like, no, motherfucker, we're going to take care of this. Like, hey, guys, like, I need your help today. Or can you just call me or text me? Or, hey, listen, like, I'm fine, but I'm kind of sad right now. Or can I just turn on the lights because it's way too dark outside? Like, you just figure it out.
I think that was the biggest switch when I kind of say my journey in 2025 with my mental health that I'd never done in my journey before, was start to say out loud to the people around me, hey, today's a bad day. I just need to let somebody know. Like whatever that is, I'm going to let somebody know that I'm not okay. And I don't necessarily need to go through the what, because a lot of times I don't know what the what is.
Yep.
But I'd rather
trying to explain it gives me anxiety.
Exactly. Like, yeah.
I don't need your help.
I don't
fix
need
it.
it. Help to fix it. I'd rather just let people know and really state it, because if I acknowledge it, it allows me to then want to work on it at the same time, because I love working on my mental health. But before, I think I just didn't know how to do that and make it an actionable thing on, like, okay, here's what I know that I'm good at. Here's what I know that makes me sad. So here's what I got to put in place. And here are the things that I got to make sure I'm doing to make sure there's joy in my life. And if I feel sad, also okay. Like, I think it's just doing that part has helped so much. Through the therapy, saying out loud, like I've said on the show last time, I was honest with my mental health with Christine for the first time. Like, she knows, but didn't know. And I finally said what it was. And that was one of the hardest things I've ever had to do, because to me, in my head, is I'm supposed to be the one that's stable and like help through this, and I'm the guy, and blah, 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 blah. And I want to be this, and I want to show strength. And like, it's not really actually even who I am. So I was like, let's just not
be real.
Let's just not who I am. I'm so much more feminine than I am masculine in my life. I can do both, but I would say I lean more towards the feminine state of my being, because I think everybody can have the dualities. It's just the percentages that you go. So I lean a little bit more to the feminine side. And no, that doesn't mean a certain thing of sexuality. Let's just say that
We're
now.
all feminine. We're all masculine.
Correct. Yes.
It's all.
Don't get it twisted.
Don't get it twisted. We went, so you like guys. That's not how that works. Whatever.
Watch it.
Chotch that watched this and just said that in your head. I think that was the hardest part, is like, how do I accept me for me? And I think that then starts your journey at that moment. Like, once you can even ask that question, you know that needs to be a question answered, and then you can work on answering that question and just like, okay, well, I like this, and it's okay that I like this. And I think that's just the biggest part that people don't do, because we get put into this box of what is expected of us.
100%.
And what we expect of
I
ourselves.
was going to say, it also
expect
depends on the box that we
ourselves.
actually accidentally put ourselves into.
Yes.
But I think part of that is I like to narrate. Ask Bri. I narrate everything. I just went Southern real fast. I ain't
did. That was-
Southern.
Yeah.
I heard that.
You heard that?
Yeah, she
Okay.
came out. I don't.
Okay.
Yeah,
What's
I'm
her
not
name?
Southern, huh?
What's her name?
I don't know. So like the feisty ones, her name is Bianca. So I actually do have an alter ego. Her name is Bianca.
Yeah.
But I don't know the Southern.
You don't know her
person.
yet? Okay.
No, she's
Okay.
more like
She seems fun.
that's Shelby.
Like some sweet tea. or
Yeah,
something?
that's
Maybe
more of
her
like
name is Shelby.
maybe that's Shelby, because I'm kind of small town. So apparently that was maybe my small town accent, and I
Cool.
don't know what I was
All
talking
right.
about. What was I saying? Anyways.
Box checking.
Oh yeah, but like I think too, like narrating. That's what I was saying. It was like narrating, like going to what you said, like what you were saying of like, hey, I'm sad today. Hey, I am this today. Hey, I don't know why I'm feeling this way. Hey, because I think it helps people around you. It normalizes shit as opposed to making it taboo. Like I'm super anxious right now and I need to go, or I'm cool with this, but like this is making me feel weird. And I think bringing people a part of your process helps because then it becomes less of like this weird thing, like in the dark. Like it helps you communicate it. And also too, like it opens you up to like other people's experiences to where like, oh, I never thought about doing that. I want to try that. So like, it is dark out, and I have SAD, which is seasonal adaptive disorder. So I have the inability to regulate my emotions when it becomes dark out too early. I'm so weather affected. It's crazy. But I know that, and I found that out like a year ago. I'm 38 years old. I just found that out. So I don't like meds, and I don't want them. So what can I do? Awesome. I have a red light. Red light therapy is phenomenal.
I have a Loom box, and you should get it. Red light therapy
is phenomenal. It helps serotonin levels.
Yes.
It helps dopamine level. It like balances you out.
I'll put a link.
There you go.
There you go.
I sit in front of my red light every single morning and I close my eyes. It feels like I'm sitting in front of the sun, and I know that helps. It doesn't get rid of it, but it helps. And that's all it is finding things that help and also being okay with yourself. There's nothing wrong. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Nope. And I don't think that like there's this whole like stigma out there of like, oh, like all these people are like unfortunately like committing suicide, and I don't think that's a bad thing. Like I'm not saying it's awesome, but like it was their tool that they wanted to use in that moment, and that was a tool they used. We all have tools, right? But I just think that's like not letting it be such a negative, because if we lift that negativity off of it, it becomes more approachable, and becomes more like relatable and doable and like fixable ish.
Yeah. I think one of the other things that I did this year was do the thing that you're not supposed to do in a corporate office and talk about mental health. So I think that was one of the things that I've made not taboo with my team and my floor. I hand out mindfulness cards. I talk about my mental health. I talk about my journey with it. I bring it up in my one-on-ones. I have made it because that's how I know I have to be okay in that space, because I need to know that it's not taboo. Like, because you're not supposed to bring up certain things in offices like that. But like, to me, there's no better place to do it in a corporate office 100%. Where people are not supposed to do this. Because you're with them also, you're with them more than you are with your family. So like, if they're with you all the time, might as well. Like at work, I'm very high energy. I'm very like, I am the energy replenish, and I'm also like the energy fixer at work. Empath.
Yes, 1,000%. And I know that about myself. And so if I'm feeling low energy, hey guys, I'm low energy today. Nothing bad. I just can't give to you what you're expecting of me. And I think that also helps, because now there's no pressure of like being this smiley, depressed person in that moment. I'm just me. I'm just low energy me. And I think that helps too. But yeah. Yeah.
It's constant journey.
Yeah. It'll never end.
And that
You'll
journey
never
is
arrive.
awesome. That journey is so cool.
It's very enlightening.
And when you lean into it, it gives you the power to help those that haven't found that yet. And that's kind of what I use mine for, is when people want to come to me. Obviously, I don't like, you want to talk about your mental health? I don't like do that. But the blessing and the curse of being an empath, people naturally tell you those things without you asking, right? Yeah. That's the one that like, I don't know what it is. I just feel like I can tell you everything.
You can. And
you're right. Yeah, you can. That is the energy that I've been blessed with, and I know that is a responsibility and a gift that I need to be able to do it. But then also having the power to say, like, I can't take any more in at the moment. Like, I'm like, we'll reconvene. Like, I'm not saying no, but I'm saying not right now. Like being able to do that and not just always say yes to take in more, because then I know I slip into such a dark in this, because it's not even my energy that I'm dealing with. It's somebody else's. And me trying to go like, is that me feeling that way, or is it this person's? And I can't even do it. So like the boundaries become so important with your mental health. to just allow yourself to continue throughout your day and not just let everybody have control of your own energy, which is like the hardest struggle.
It is. Dope. It really is. Also, side note for Costco, I also have social anxiety for somebody that's super social. Is if you have the executive membership, and I just realized this recently that you can go in an hour early.
Oh, damn. What's that called? I'm going to Google that.
So, like, it's only $120 and you get it back if you don't use it. But, like, if you go, you can go in and, so, like, Costco, they open at 10. So, like, we can go in at 9 and we can have, like, so if people show up at 9, they have that, like, that membership, they can go in, but not everybody can go in until 10. So, it helps with the too many people because I have a hard time with that, too.
Right? 120 annual?
Mm-hmm, that's it.
It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, it's phenomenal.
I got that.
Yeah.
Easy. I got that.
And you get it back if you don't really use it, too. They send you, here's your check. Whoop, whoop. Merry Christmas. Yeah.
Merry Christmas.
Apparently.
We appreciate you.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming on.
Yeah.
That was
welcome,
dope.
Guys.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah.
Feel good about it?
Yeah.
All right, get the hell out.
Oh, they're so sweet.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks for stopping by.
No, that was dope, though.
That was cool.
Great perspective. We appreciate you, Birdie Dawn.
And I think the biggest part of that, and what I want to go into this next part, do you want to take a break? Or
No, go,
Yeah, let's
bro.
keep it going, right?
Go.
I want to go into that, what we say, this showing joy, feeling joyless, or smiling depression is what a lot of that is. It's not necessarily an actual medical diagnosis, but a lot of professionals do use that as a terminology of those that show happiness, but you don't know that there's really sadness, right? There's a lot of that. I wanted to talk about...
You're not yourself today. Are you okay?
Yeah, no, I'm allowed to not be, so leave me alone.
Can I just have a day? Not even a day. Just give me 13 minutes. Jesus.
I wanted to talk about Dr. Nolan Williams.
Okay.
Nolan Williams, why I wanted to bring him up. So one of the leading doctors that are around mental health disorders, centered around alleviating human suffering. At Stanford, he led groundbreaking research, psychedelics, developing novel therapies for depression, trauma, brain health conditions, creation of Stanford Accelerated Intelligence Neuromodulation Therapy, SAINT, the world's first non-invasive rapid-acting treatment for depression was a watershed moment in psychiatry, now used around the world to bring patients back from the brink. This guy, he made his life,
dedicated his whole life to this,
to figuring out how to help those with depression.
Why is that?
Dr. Williams just committed suicide last week, 2 weeks ago. Wife came out and said he never showed signs. We never knew that he was sad. Because, we never would have expected it because this is the area that he worked in. Which is why I go to I think a lot of us that suffer in it want to investigate it. I know me, I'm so scientifically brained that I want to try to figure out the why my brain chemistry does that. And I always will remind people, just like you work out anything in your body, your brain is an organ and you have to do the things that are right by that brain, like anything else in your system. If you drink too much, your kidneys are doing, like, your brain chemistry can be off. It's an organ in your body. So, like, you have to do the things that will create happiness for what that looks like to you.
Preach.
So when I looked at this, that was one of the things, like, we have one of our leading guys around psychiatry, depression, creating things for people. And that's what he created this and what he felt was his purpose. And, and sadly he felt like he had to then take his life. And, he had 2 kids, a wife that just had no idea. And I can't imagine what that was like for him, knowing that he wanted to do this life's work, but still feeling like he
wanted to give up.
He wanted to give up.
Crazy.
And I loved his story. If anyone doesn't know, I'll put the link in about Dr. Nolan Williams. Some brilliant articles about depression and trauma in our brain. I really, and thanks to Tej actually is who brought him up, and that when I said to her we were going to do this episode. And I didn't really even know about him, and like I wish I would have, because I will read all of his works. He's an incredible person, so thank you. And we go to, like, the list of comedians, right? List of comedians, those people that work in entertainment that have
the happiest people or the saddest people.
Happiest
man.
people.
Just,
and I think the idea for this episode really sparked from the I don't know what I just did to my thing. How do I get rid of this? Hey, there we go.
The
The pajama party.
The onesie funsy?
The onesie funsy.
Tell me more.
When I was getting my chili dog, which was phenomenal, by the way.
Slaps.
Thank you for having those.
Crazy.
I haven't had a chili dog in forever, and that was phenomenal.
Crazy.
And I call her Pineapple now. I don't remember her name. Natalie was. I didn't hear the story, but you did like this, and you go, "Who are the saddest people?" Right. You guys were talking about like, oh, I think she said something like, we didn't even know, like the normal things, right? We didn't even know. And I was like, no, they're usually the saddest people. And I look at a list like this and the famous people that have committed suicide. And we know the Kurt Cobain's, Robin Williams, Chris Cornell, Chester Bennington, Lee Thompson Young, writer, Sawyer Sweeten, actor, Chris Benoit, wrestler, Mike Alfonso. I mean, the list is Avicii.
I was just about to say DJ Avicii.
Freddie Prinze, writer and actor back in the day. Kerry Von Erich, old wrestler. And he had, three brothers that committed suicide in his family?
Naomi Judd.
Jason David Frank, original Green Ranger, one of my favorite people in the world.
Like
it's an incredible list that it brings into a lot of light, and we always will say, and Penn has said it a lot on the show, is make sure you're checking on your people and be authentic in checking on your people. I think that's one of the biggest parts of that, right?
Yeah, man. I say all the time, the Stephen Twitch Boss, who was on Ellen. He was a DJ on Ellen and a dancer. When he died by suicide, that was the one that I can say I 100% resonated with the most, because I can't imagine what that young man had to go through every single time he walked out his door and some suburban mom was like, do the Twitch dance, and he's in the grocery store trying to just fucking, get Whole Foods groceries, and everybody's trying to make him do the Twitch dance, and you're just constantly always having to turn this on. Like, you just like... And, no disrespect to his wife, but they were doing dance videos and posting those on TikTok all the time. Yeah. And he's got to go to work and do it at work. And it's just like, you never get to turn it off. And as a person who, every single time I walk in the door, feel like I'm expected to bring such an energy that to some capacity, I guess I've done it myself by being this person. But it becomes such an expectation that it becomes such a weight on my shoulders to feel like you have to almost perform all the time or you won't be accepted in the room for who you are, because it's like, what's wrong, Brian? You're not yourself today. And what people need to understand, and I really challenge you to hear me on this, people, is there are so many different versions of every single person. No person can wake up and bring it every single day, every single second of the day. And you guys need to empathize and give people grace, as opposed to expecting them and needing them to be what you want and are used to them being in those moments, because you need their energy. How about you bring the energy? Yeah. Or how about there's just no energy right this moment because I don't have it to give. So I completely understood how he was just like, I gotta go. I'm tired. So I get it.
Yeah, I think the presentation of checking on people has become such a selfish act instead of a selfless act. Where it is, when I say genuine, it's not as genuine. And obviously, I'm not saying for everybody, but I think when you are a natural, when you have I'm not even saying you're a natural entertainer, when you have the ability to be an entertainer, that becomes an expectation. And I know I get it when I say that I've become a spokesman for mental health on my floor. When I am quiet, I know the people that are asking me, do you need anything? Well, there's a difference. You can say, hey, I can tell you're a little quiet today. Do you need anything? And that's actually checking. But when I hear why are you so quiet? Like you're always so blah 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 blah.
I know what you're expecting.
It's because you
are uncomfortable.
Need me. No, and more so like you're expecting me to do this because that's what you need for me to get through. You to get through your day is that you expect me to create joy for you because you're dealing with something. Figure your own shit out today. Like, I'm sorry, figure your own shit out today.
Please.
Learn how to do that.
Please.
And be better at just being in a balanced relationship with any of those that are around you, and understand that I can't always be at 100. If I'm at a 50, you got to go 50. If I'm at a 25, can you go to 75? Please learn how to balance those energies around you better, and know that we can't always perform at 100%, because at some point the wheels are going to fall off.
And the congregation said amen. That's beautiful. Mental health discussion, not as taboo. When do you think it started shifting?
I hear more, and I think a lot more, and I wanted to bring this up because it is. I feel like I hear more about it, and maybe that's my own social media algorithms because I talk about those things. I don't know if everyone's algorithm does that because I actually am mental health.
Mine does not.
So, but I think a lot of higher profile people are talking about their mental health more than they used to. I'm seeing more people admit certain things or say I'm struggling or I was struggling, and trying to make that not as taboo as it was. And a lot of the interviews or posts that I'm seeing, a lot of people go back to that COVID time when we were just in complete solitude for the longest time. And I think a lot of people go to that where I wasn't great with not being around others and had to socially distance. And when I say we are all energy, when those energies are separated, we don't perform and we are not as highly in tuned with the rest of the universe as we should be. And I think that was the biggest part of that. So I think it's that I kind of look at some of those things, and we'll get into the sports people because I think we're seeing even some of the sports people bring out and say, I'm not great due to my mental health. I might either step away or I just need to say it out loud, whatever that is. But I kind of look at that. But I was kind of so like, what do you think people can do to create more awareness?
Tell their stories.
Yeah.
I think the most important thing that you can do is tell your stories and authentically listen to other people's. Notice signs. I think, and you know, there's people say, you know, I can't always see the signs, but I think checking in will allow you to see signs. If you check in with someone, they're not responding as quickly, keep checking in with that person. If you know that they're a person who's going to respond back to you, call them. You know what I'm saying? Like, to some capacity, if you're really worried about them, pull up on somebody's doorstep. You know what I mean? Like, it's to a point that, like, so many people are out here dealing with this that, like, checking in on your people with the, like, yo, what's up, ain't gonna cut it no more, y'all. Mm-hmm. Check in on your people. Don't, like, pull up on your people. Really authentically check up on your people, tell your stories, and listen to people. That's what I think.
Yeah. It's okay. You know, sometimes I also just want to hear somebody also go, I'm not doing well either.
There you have it.
Like, I think there's an expectation that if I say I'm not struggling, that I need you to, like, give me advice or fix it. That's not necessarily it. I just want you to be human with me in a moment and, you know, say I'm here for support. You know, you might not be able to give me 100 because you're also struggling. I would love to hear that. I would love to hear that. I would love to hear, like, here's what I'm struggling with. Like, I'm like, hey, why don't you tell me what is going on? I'd love to share my story with you too. And I think if we are more human and have more human moments like that with each other, there'll just be this consciousness around it and awareness around our mental health that is just a beautiful thing. Because as Brittany said, it's not, none of it's wrong. None of it is wrong. It's all beautiful. All of us feel it, whether you admit it or not. So why don't you just admit it?
That's beautiful. I think we should take a quick break.
Yeah.
We're going to take a quick break. We're We're going to come back, talk about mental health in sports. Maybe new Naptown news, maybe not, quite truthfully. Maybe not. Y'all know what the hell is going on in Indianapolis. And do the fine print, get the hell up out of here. We'll be back in a sec.
We're brothers, we're happy and we're singing and we're colored. Give me a high five.
We are back with the 317 Sports Project with Penn, Pops, and Birdie Dawn on tonight's episode. And we're going to kick it off. We're going to continue what we were just talking about, which is just mental health in general. We're going to go to a new segment, which is mental health in sports. We're going to talk about football and CTE and just kind of what people are going through. People who retired early, decided to step away from the game. And quite truthfully, there's some cats who just be out here wilding. If we can just actually talk about that for a second, too. You can call that mental health in sports or not, but some of these niggas just be wild.
Part of mental health. There's definitely a part of mental health.
For sure. So kick it off. Go into football, bro.
I want to go into football. I want to talk about CTE. It's a real thing. Let's just be real. I want to talk about helmets. So I'm sure we touched on this in one of the episodes because, you know, the helmets that came out to help with the impact, right? And then I saw a lot of people have the backlash of like, don't do that. You're kind of a pussy. Just wear your
yeah, man. You better leave me alone, cuz.
Right?
I'm alive.
Right? Thank you. Like, I can hear by that statement, I know what you feel on them. If you feel like you need to wear a helmet to protect yourself and your brain, wear your helmet and protect yourself and your brain.
And the congregation said, amen, everywhere.
My brain's not your brain.
My brain's not your brain. Fuck your brain. This is my brain. And when I leave the game, it's coming with me.
Yeah. Not leaving that on the field. Coming with me. I think experts have found 90% of NFL players have a form of CTE after death.
After death?
After death. Because CT can only be tested after death.
That's too many.
That's too many.
That's way too many.
And again, it's a high impact sport.
That's 90%.
90% of the brains that they have tested of NFL players have come back to have a form of CTE.
That's 90 out of 100, bro.
Correct. Yes.
So I guess like a couple of punters didn't have it.
Probably not.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
kicker.
Like what are we talking about?
Yeah.
That is too fucking many.
Yes, 90%. 90%.
47% is too many.
Yes.
90%?
90%. I don't have an issue with padded helmets. I would have a padded helmet. I probably wouldn't be playing football, to be honest with you.
Feminine.
Right. And I love football. I
don't want to get tackled.
I wasn't mean enough.
No.
I'll be honest with you.
No.
Yeah. Only time that I got mean on the field was somebody called me the N word. And I blacked out, and I was standing over I blacked out, and I was standing over the quarterback, breathing heavily, like I just sacked him and hurt him, and he had to get taken out of the game. I get too angry. My angry is too angry. That's I try not to tap into that side.
Touche.
Let's talk about Antonio Brown.
Go ahead, man. With this arrested in Dubai.
So
Lord have mercy.
CTSPN, as he quotes himself on his hashtag.
He does.
He knows he's got it. We know that he's got it. He's had a couple big hits in his career that I don't know that he's been quite right afterwards.
0%.
Yeah, like he just hasn't. Like he just has not been.
Did he get blasted over the middle by that Bengals linebacker? Was that him?
Yeah.
Spikes? That's not Takeo Spikes.
No, Takeo Spikes, underrated linebacker. Perfect.
Almost killed him.
Yeah, perfect.
Had him like. Yeah, that'll change you. That'll change you.
He just recently got arrested in Dubai on possible manslaughter. Attempted murder charges. He's quoting self-defense. He was just released on a $25,000 bail today. He's waiting trial, all of that stuff. I think we all know, we've seen his social media. We've seen the sexual harassment cases. We've seen the videos of him being naked in the hot tub with people and being, getting sexual harassment, just showing his dick to people. Antonio Brown is an example of a type of CTE while living right now, that his personality is completely shifted.
It's like going to the war. I mean, not literally, but it's like going to the war and seeing all the things you see over there and expect it to come back and not be different.
Mm-hmm.
when you when you're getting your head literally blasted, like pause, when you're getting tackled and hit hard and all of that stuff at all times, week after week, in practice, day after day, like head banging the field, the grass, the turf, whatever the case may be on plays, neck being jarred, like, man, there's no way these cats' brains just aren't different, Pops.
Yeah.
There's just no way.
And and Jason Kelsey, he's been such an awesome person to watch after his retirement with his podcast and him being in.
You do me a favor. Go ahead.
Yeah, podcast and doing his social media, doing all of that stuff. He's come out and said he just knows for playing in the NFL for as long as he did that he has CTE. He knows that his brain doesn't function the same way before his career started compared to now. It is one of his biggest fears that his personality is a little different and shifted. And I love that he talks about it. He has his podcast with his wife, with Travis, and all of that stuff. So he speaks about it. He's a spokesman for it, but he has a fear around it as well. And we've seen this in the NFL with multiple players, especially after fact. I think we know Junior Seau is probably one of the biggest people that we can discuss that committed suicide after his career. He was probably one of the first high-profile. He was 100%
one of the first
high-profile people.
They checked his whole ass brain.
And we saw CTE, and that
everywhere.
Really started a larger conversation around football and CTE, and that was 10 years ago?
Way more than that.
15 years ago? I think he played for the Patriots his last year.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I've got a list here of just NFL suicides alone, and there's 9 on this list, and I'm sure there's actually more than that, him included. And it's a sad thing to think about. Obviously, the trauma that you're putting your brain through, and of course, it's going to completely change your brain chemistry when you play years and years at a high
functionality, chemistry, like it's unbelievable.
And recently we talked about, we've heard about, and really all players, basketball, football, we're hearing people, especially in football, stepping away earlier than they did.
Hell
back
yeah,
in the,
bro!
Like 70s and 80s
Hell
and 90s,
yeah.
right? Jair Alexander is one of the most recent ones. He recently got traded to Baltimore.
Yeah.
Right? Is that where he was at? And he just stepped away for
like, I'm good.
physical and his mental health. And a big part of his was he's dealt with some injuries. And we're talking about a former Pro Bowl corner that isn't performing the way that he is. And that lack of performance has made his mental health struggle because we have him in a box that he has to be this phenomenal. Now he's become this rotational player, as he put it, and he has to figure out his identity now.
Man, you better preach.
After what his body is a little different from being injured for, leaving it out on the field and playing at such a high level. So he is now going, I think I'll step away at the moment at least and go, do I want to try to salvage some of my life after football as I've dealt with injuries, and I want to make sure my mental health is good. And I think that's a common thing. We saw Calvin Johnson step away after 9 years.
Beautiful.
And he was going to be one of the probably high, when it comes to any kind of statistic, he would have been probably at the top when we think about that if he would have played.
Top 5, top 7.
Right.
No doubt about it.
He still had a 9-year career where he had 11,000 yards and 83 touchdowns.
Crazy.
Think about that in just 9
Hall of
years.
Fame?
I think he already got inducted.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it was 2 years ago.
Okay.
We see players like that. We see linebackers. We've seen the linebackers over recently. What's the San Francisco linebacker that was incredible that retired like 5 years ago and he only played like 6 years, whatever it was. I think it's just common because people just know. I think they're seeing the older players from the 90s. We talk about Jerome Bettis, who talks about how he can't even climb his stairs, go up and down his stairs because of what he did to his body in his NFL career. And
Chris Borland?
No, I don't even know.
Okay.
No.
But yeah, Jerome Bettis.
Yeah. And I think people are choosing themselves over being this great statistic. And I think they want to do it for their families. Xavier Howard for the Colts. Yeah, he came back out. He realized he was not as good as he was. He just retired after what, 2 games?
He was like, I'm good.
I'm good. I can't do
I'm
this.
good.
He missed being with his kids because for a year and a half he got to be with his kids, take them to school every day. He obviously couldn't perform at the level that he was after he had that year and a half to 2 years off. And he's like, I'm not going to try to
miss this enough.
I miss my family more.
I don't miss this enough. No. My question is, this is a very interesting question that just came to my mind. Do you think these players would tell you it was worth it?
I think majority of them would, because they got to live out what they thought was their dream for the longest time.
Oh, for the longest time. Doom, 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 doom,
Yeah.
doom.
Yeah, we sang that in high school, actually. It's good.
I'm sorry, I couldn't help it.
I couldn't help it.
I couldn't help it. Like, come on.
Yeah.
They got to live out their dream.
I will say this. For the longest time, I thought I was supposed to be a music teacher. I thought that was what my purpose was. I thought that was the only thing that I was good at was music. I went to school for music, and that was not what my journey was. My journey was to go through some hardship. My journey was I was chosen to have some mental health struggles and be an advocate for mental health. I know now that actually was what my purpose on this world was to be an advocate for mental health. So I think our picture can change.
No doubt about it.
Our picture can change as we really discover more of ourselves. And hey, they got to experience. I think a lot of people would say they got to experience something, but they're not upset with the choice that they're making now because I get to walk.
My dog. So, interestingly enough, you have basketball in here. Do you want to talk about basketball? Or was that just kind of like
I put in more so that as a bullet point to like talk about some other players. Obviously, we've seen in recent years, Kevin Love was probably the biggest that we talked about as far as mental health. There's been a few others. I don't think that sport talks about it as much as the NFL.
Definitely not.
I don't see a lot of high-profile players that come out and discuss and opening up yet.
I don't disagree.
I think that is more on the NFL that has become more of advocates for that, whether that's after retirement or during play.
We know them niggas is battling stuff, though. Let's just be real.
Everybody is. So, yeah, like I know that you are. It'd be awesome probably for many people to hear that.
No doubt.
Their heroes also struggle.
No doubt.
So I challenge you to do so. But no, that was really the only reason I put that was just because I think there's a lack of discussion there with NBA and those profile players.
That's absolutely beautiful. Interestingly enough, we're at that part of the show where we could segue and start talking about sports. But it feels
an hour and 15 minutes.
It feels kind of weird to me.
Yeah, I don't know that
it feels kind of unnecessary to me. So what I'm going to say is, in conclusion, take care of yourselves, man.
Yeah.
Like, take care of yourselves, guys. Take care of each other. Please don't be afraid to ask for help. We know that it's crazy out here in the world. Social media probably ain't helping everybody, if I could be all the way honest. Watching the news and seeing what's going on every day probably ain't helping nobody quite truthfully. But, like, what I would say is take care of yourselves and take care of each other. If you're feeling it, and that is any type of rut, please don't be afraid to tell somebody. I give him so much kudos because he's gotten so much better at that this year. I've never had a problem telling somebody like, yo, bro, I need help today. I don't know why. I just have never had a problem with that. But if you are, please work on being more open to expressing that to the people around you, because we can't help you if we don't know, I guess. Is that fair?
Yeah, absolutely.
What do you think?
Yeah, like, I can do guesswork. I'm better at guesswork than a lot of people.
Fair. Because you recognize.
Because I recognize it because I have the same symptoms as I can see, so I can see it on others. But it'd be so much easier if you needed help to just say it out loud. And the other part of it, you have to learn how to and want to help yourself. And I get the struggle in that. And you have to figure out that timing. I haven't always been ready to help myself. That is more, I'm 39, and that's more of a recent discovery that I wanted to help myself. And that's taken years to figure that out. So I completely understand and empathize with that as well. So no pressure, but it is one of those things. I want to help. We want to help.
Amen.
The people around you want to help, but we have to know that there is something to help with. So I highly recommend that. And at the end of the day, you have so many resources. You have the 988 suicide hotline. You have 988lifeline.org. You can text 988 and ask for help for those if you're not comfortable doing it with the loves. If you still have a fear to it, say it to your loved ones. Say it to a stranger that is a professional and ready to do so. Use those resources. At the end of the day, we want you here. We want everybody to have the most out of life that they're supposed to have. So get the help, because we want to see your journey continue to grow and you just discover yourself and create this beautiful energy that you were supposed to be. So absolutely.
We love you.
Yes.
See you in a couple weeks. Peace.
Cause I was like 2 years old, first time I heard a beat drop. Yeah. And by 3 years old, I'm learning how to beatbox. Yeah. 4 or 5 years old when I'm putting on the 45s. Final. Needle to the groove, I'm scratching up the sweet spots. Homie from the East Block, in Nap Town where the fiends flock. Skip school all day, mama couldn't keep watch. Fresh fade with the Reeboks. Man, nah, nigga couldn't tell me nothing. I'm so sick in my own lane, preteen pimping, all the light skin, red bone loving. Boombox on with the headphones bumping, dreaming to find my niche. Cause I ain't really know back then when I picked up my first notebook and a black pen, that little nigga with a rhyme like this. I wasn't thinking to the days of a dope band, new EPs on a compact disc. Nah, shit, truth be told, I ain't know I could sound like this. For me back then, it was
all a dream. It was all a dream. It was all a dream. It was all a dream. It was all a dream. It was all a dream.
And this shit right here be the proof dreams do come true. And this shit right here be the proof